Almost there, folks. In 200 metres, we will be the most westerly people in Australia. Well, g'day travellers and welcome back. And we are pretty pumped for this episode because we are heading to Australia's most westerly point. Massive bucket list item for me. So we're going to be spending the next 3 nights camped out at False Entrance, and while we're here, as we just mentioned, we'll be visiting Steep Point. We'll be making the run up to Monkey Mire, checking out the dolphins and
hopefully get to feed them.
Checking out the resort, and most importantly, the #1 mission for this episode is to get to Denham and get some beer, because I got one left. Can you believe it? We rocked into Carnarvon on a Sunday. You can't buy beer in Carnarvon on a Sunday. My God, Western Australia, what is wrong with you?
This guy is not good at preparing himself for alcohol.
You try to limit the load, keep the weight down because the trailer's falling apart.
And who has alcohol now and who doesn't?
Anyway, we're going to Steep Point. So we'll see you down there. Let's hope that the road down to Steep Point, now I've heard some stories, she can be pretty rough. Let's hope it ain't as bad as that road into South Lefroy that almost destroyed the Austrac. Well, we've got it held together with cable ties and bobby pins now, and we're on our way to Steep Point. We'll see you there. Just coming down to the Hamlin Pool Stromolites now, and we have no idea what a stromalite is.
I was about to Google it.
We're trying to Google what a stromalite is, but I think everybody should know what a stromalite is. Alright, what have we found out?
Okay, so there's some kind of, like a thing in the water.
Okay, cool. Well, this is clearing it up for everyone.
But there only are 2 well-developed marine stromolites areas in the world. One's in the Bahamas, and the other one is here at Hamlin Pool in Shark Bay.
Well, there you go. This is our only chance to see stromolite. Anyway, we're going to take you and try and find you the only stromolites in Australia.
Well,
and only 1 of 2 in the world, or something like that. Aren't you glad you tuned in to We Went That Away Adventures? It's such an educational channel.
That's only 5 k's down, so that's right.
There we go, 5 k's.
Telegraph station down
and a
there
telegraph station. Look at that. Hey, who needs to go to Cape York? So what are they?
They're living fossils.
Like me.
They're the Hamlin Pool Stromolites, and the Coral Coast is a must when holidaying in Shark Bay World Heritage Area. Stromolites are considered living fossils, part of the Earth's evolutionary history, and the stromolites at Hamlin Pool are among the oldest and largest on Earth.
There you go. Oh, are they those like shell fossil things?
Yeah, they're like sitting in the water kind of thing. Like it's weird.
Okay.
Good to see.
Cool. Some living fossils. I'm coming home, baby. Hey, bro. I'm back.
Not wrong sometimes.
I felt like a fossil getting up this morning. Just the joints were creaky. Here we are at Hamlin Pool. But the sign back there said the boardwalk has been taken out by a cyclone. So I don't know if we're going to get to see my fellow living fossils or not. So, but anyway, we'll take you down and show you Shark Bay. Looks pretty specky. Well, no stromolites, guys.
We can't get access to them.
So there was a cyclone come through here in 2021, which wiped out half the boardwalk. So we can't get out there to see it, which is a bit of a shame, but these things happen. So what we'll do is I'll drop a little picture of what a stromolite is, so we can all learn together. But I think they're those rocky things in the water out there, so they don't look that exciting.
Would have been nice.
So anyway, stromolites are examples of the earliest life forms on Earth. There we go. So as I said, a lot to do, a lot in common with me. Yeah, it's a World Heritage listed part of the coast, and as Nini in education with Nini in the car said this is only one of 2 stromalite somethings in the world. The other one's in the Bahamas, and Austrac ain't going to make it that far. So. So we're just at the start of the 4-wheel drive track into false entrance now. So it is time to let the tyres down. So I'm going to drop them down to around about 20 psi. We've only got about, I think, 12-13 k's left to go. I've been using the Camp Boss deflators, so I'm just going to hop in out of the wind here. So I've been using the Camp Boss deflators, and they've been a really hit and miss affair for me. I've found that they're just every time I let the tyres down, they're giving me different levels. So I have gone back to using the trusty old ARB easy deflator. Even though I have to do one wheel at a time, at least I can be sure that I'm getting the right pressure. So anyway, we're going to drop these tyres down and then hit the track and find our campsite at false entrance. How good's that? Well, the track for the most part into false entrance is actually pretty good. Once you get down to where you pay your registration fees to come into the proposed Eden Land National Park, I think. So, not a national park yet, but you still have to pay a fee, go figure. You drop your pressures down there, the road does deteriorate, and then you turn left onto an unmarked, well in our case it was an unmarked track, down to false entrance. Now, this track is pretty corrugated, so and pretty soft and boggy. So I'm just in high range 4-wheel drive now with the traction control turned on, and we're doing it no dramas. But yeah, I'm gonna need a loose stop when I get to the other end because it's shaking me up. Campsite 1.
Oh,
this is us. Jesus Christ. We have arrived, and this is our campsite, camp number 1 at false entrance. And look at that blue stuff right there. That is the entry track to the beach. We will be going for a drive on a little bit later this afternoon. What do you think, bub? Cracking spot. Time to have a drink of the non-alcoholic variety, because I've got to save that one until I get to Denham. And then we'll get this camper set up and go and explore. This is us folks, home sweet home for the next 3 nights. Just had a little bit of lunch, some lamb cheese and tomato sauce wraps from our roast lamb from South Lefroy. How good of it?
There's 2 lunches.
2 lunches out of that leg of lamb and a dinner. Pretty good. So how's this for a kitchen? Hey, kitchen with an ocean view. What would you pay for that on the Sydney bloody market? I think it was $35 a night here, wasn't it? I don't know what it was. Cheaper than that, was it? Oh, bloody bargain, look at that.
But
Oh, hang on, there's a but.
you've got to book
Yeah.
6 months in advance. These book out so quick.
Yeah, we actually wanted to camp down at Shelter Bay. And false entrance here was the only one of the campsites.
And there was only 2 spots left to choose from.
Yep. And I reckon we
One of 5.
and I reckon we got the best bloody one.
Yeah.
We are right on the beach. So, Savo, what do you think? We tidy up here, hop in the car, go for a run down to the blowholes, and then maybe might go for a run down the beach there and watch the sunset, and I might drink my last beer on the tailgate.
So we need some prawns right now.
Oh, don't we? You reckon you can paddle out there and catch me a couple?
You reckon you could?
Nah. There's big fishies in there with teeth, I think. I think that's why they call it Shark Bay.
Yeah, I know that.
Yeah, I don't think I'm snorkeling here either. Anyway, we'll tidy up and go off, and I'm showing you all the back of the D-Max, isn't that good? Let's show you something prettier. There we go. We'll tidy up here and go check out the blowholes. The corrugations have taken their toll again. Thankfully, look, my last beer is intact. But now we have a fridge full of Kirk's sugar-free orange. And away we go to the blowholes, baby. Hey, haven't you always waited for me to say that?
Okay. Let's go to the blowholes, baby. Well, sentence 2 kilometers that way. We're near. Feel like I'm in already. I didn't even turn side onto it yet.
We managed to find the blowholes. They're not doing a lot today other than some heavy breathing, but we'll go give you a look. Well, our little drinky poo on the beach has not quite gone to plan, has it, darling?
No, I got a spot.
So, we'll get Neen to drive the car while I fly the drone.
I got a spot.
She got his bob. So, Where are they? Down there. Tread crows to the rescue. That's exactly the reason you carry recovery boards on the car and not on the camper. Ridiculous. We're all over the shop like a fucking bronco. Well, the sun is about to set and we have 3 more WA ocean sunsets left on this epic adventure. So we're going to make the most of it. We've got our own private little viewing platform up there. So we're going to take a couple of stools up there. And I'm out of beer, so I'm borrowing one of Nini's wines. Where do you go? Sit and watch the sunset. 3 more sunsets left to go, but we sort of get a little bit ripped this over, won't we? There's a dirty big cloud blocking the bloody sun. How dare it?
Still pretty though.
So, but it doesn't matter. Like, we got this. Look, there's camp. Look at that. There's camp. There's the Indian Ocean, and there's us 2 lucky bastards sitting on top of a dune, sipping cheap wine with a 3-week growth.
Wine.
Nothing's cheap out here, even the cheap wine's expensive out here. We're in the roadhouse this morning. There's these little cheese and crackers things that are what, $5 for a 4-pack
like
at Coles,
for 4-pack at Coles.
and they were $6.50 each. So
$6.95 each.
yeah, so your $3.50 bottle of wine is $99.75 out here.
Excuse me, I drink cheap. I got glass bottles this time, so they're cheap.
I mightn't be able to catch a fish, but I just got a bite then. See that? See that? Anyway, guys, I'm cruising. Tom cruising. That's me. We're gonna sit back and watch this. Okay, probably not the best one, but it's still a WA sunset, and we've got 2 more to go before we go back to the east coast where the bloody sun sets behind the house. So go over there. Anyway, cheers. Looks like our dream run of weather's come to an end.
Mm-hmm.
We've gone from sunny and mid-30s every day down to rain and 15 degrees.
16.
16 degrees. There we go. So, how you doing?
Monkey Maya.
Thank you. Just 2-day passes, please.
2-day passes for turtles.
Yeah.
30. Thank you. And I'll just print you the pass and
No worries.
Okay, that's your entry pass, so keep that one with you.
Yep.
You can use that for 24 hours. Dolphin experience information's on here.
Okay.
That'll start from 7:45 tomorrow morning.
Mm-hmm.
Guidelines to follow, the dot points there.
Yep.
Just mind the distance from the dolphins if you're in the water, and
Okay.
get your food and rubbish out of sight from the emus.
No worries.
There you go.
Good on
Thank
you.
Very much.
Thank
Have a
you.
good day.
time to kick back in a bit of relative luxury with a coffee. My Serviette's going to blow away here, and with a nice cappuccino at Monkey Mire on the water. And what a specky little place this is. We just said we missed the dolphin encounters, and then we got a dolphin encounter. How cool was that? It was probably better than the one they staged. Yeah, so we're just going to kick back. We might, I don't know, we'll get some lunch here, we'll get some lunch in Denham, one of the two, whatever we feel like doing. Oh, and a real coffee. Been a while since we've had a real coffee. Pretty good. I got beer, baby. Oh, gotta love Denham. It's a really good town. And no restrictions. Woohoo!
What did you find, honey? Oh,
I got beer.
he's got his favourites.
And beer. And beer. And guess what else I got?
Beer.
Beer. Really loving this little town, Denham, because we found this joint. And there's a little bit of everything shop. So they've got hardware, they've got auto parts, they've got fish and chips, they've even got fuel. So we're going to go in there and see if we can find the bolts to put the old Oz-Track back together properly, and some fuses to get our on-tap working again in the back of the ute. Might grab some fish and chips to eat across the road.
And some fuel.
On the beautiful beach, and we'll fill up Izzy. How good's this joint? Denham, what a great little town. It has got absolutely everything you need here. And even from the little shop with a little bit of everything.
Camping, fishing, fuel.
These are dead set the best chips. And look where we're eating. Look at that.
Fine dining.
This joint's got to be Australia's best kept secret. So yeah, and just talking to the bloke, he didn't have a bolt for our trailer, but he told us Dave at the hardware will be able to look after us. So after we have our fishy and chippies, we'll have a go at this. Look, we've got what we got? We've got barramundi. I need a drink, see? Barramundi, we've got calamari, we've got prawns,
Salt and pepper.
world's best chips, and the world's best view. What more can you want? I like it. Monkey Mire and Denham, done and dusted. Worth the effort.
Oh my gosh, it's so beautiful.
It is a really special part of the world over here, isn't it? And it was a long way to get here, because Monkey Mire is actually 230 k's from our camp at False Entrance, which makes it a 460 kilometre round trip. So that massive is pretty good on that. But there's one more thing we want to show you. There is a special little beach down here that has no sand. It's made up entirely of shells. Probably why they call it Shell Beach. This, folks, is Shell Beach, and what a spooky little spot this is. So the water here is super salty, so it has twice the salt content of the open ocean. And not many things can survive in such a salty environment, but the fragment cockle is one exception. And over millions of years, as these little shellfish die, their shells wash up on the shore, and it's made a beach almost entirely composed of these beautiful little white shells. And the water here is just crystal clear. I don't know if you're allowed to swim in here. It is very salty. I reckon you'd float pretty good, eh? You'd probably float real good. But mate, if you're ever out this way, it is worth coming out. I've seen this on other videos and I thought, and we drove past it, that we've got to go and check it out, and it is well worth it, eh? Mm-hmm. Very, very pretty. Well, this is more like it. Back at camp with some beer. Gonna go a Colonial Brewing Company Pale Ale this evening. Oh, isn't that just a beautiful sound? I just seen Noon go wandering off up on the dune with a pair of binoculars, so we might go and see what she's getting up to, eh? Hey, what you spotted, Captain? Well, g'day travellers, got some exciting news. We Went That Away Adventures has partnered with the awesome people at Aussie Traveller. Now, why is that news exciting? Because it could save you guys 20% off the whole range of Aussie Traveller products. And there is a stack of gear. Check out their website, we'll put the link below, but everything you need for your 4B, for your camper, for your caravan, for camping in general, you will find at Aussie Traveller. Use the discount code THATAWAY20 off at the checkout to save 20% on the whole range. Back to your program. Cheers, guys. Good morning, guys. Today is the day we do Steep Point, but what a night it has been. We have had, good morning, darling.
Good morning.
We have had hardly any sleep. The wind gusts have been like 40, 50 Ks all night, and it has been so noisy in here. I did thought the canvas was gonna rip off the Oz track on numerous occasions, but amazingly the awning and everything outside is still standing, so I don't believe that, but well, we have a very big bug in here. So anyway, we're going to get out there and brave the elements and make an early run up the Steep Point. Now it's only about 50 Ks from here up the Steep Point, but the road is apparently not real flash, so I'm guessing it's going to take us probably an hour and a half each way to do it. But we're going to drag ourselves out of here because there is no point trying to sleep in, because cannot sleep with this noise. And we'll head on up the Steep Point. You ready?
Yes.
Let's do it. Looks as though the shorts and t-shirt weather has ended. We're in jeans and jumpers today. It is absolutely bloody freezing. That surf out there is absolutely pumping. So we were hoping to get up to Steep Point this morning and give you some beautiful drone shots out over the most westerly point of Australia, but I'm not too sure I'll be getting it off the ground today. Anyway, we're gonna make a coffee now, and then we'll head up. Go on the cheap coffee this morning. Just can't be bothered just to make a real one. No, even Noon's wussing out and going with a cup of tea. So sleep deprivation is a real thing, folks. I just made Noonie a cup of tea, and what did I do, darling?
Handed me the spoon instead of the cup.
I handed her the spoon instead of the cup. So, it's going to be a long day. It was a long night, wasn't it? Oh my God. All right, we are on the way to Steep Point, and talk about that sleep deprivation. I went to brush my teeth, and I'm going through my toiletry bag, holding the toothpaste, and saying to Noon, I've lost my bloody toothbrush. Where was it, though?
In your other hand.
It was in my other hand, man. I am so tired. So tired. But that is not going to stop us
from doing one of the things we've been wanting to do for a long, long time, and that's get to that most westerly point of Australian mainland.
That's the one. So the steep point. Here we come. Hopefully I don't fall asleep and we end up in the Indian Ocean.
Yeah.
The corrugations are pretty bad, and I can't find a speed. I'm doing about 15 k's at the moment. I cannot find a speed on these ones where you can smooth it out. So they are pretty bad. So I think the trick on this one's just going to be take it easy so we don't lose.
Do you reckon drop some more air on the tyres?
Yeah, maybe. See how we go. Well, I mentioned I immensely dislike corrugation. I just heard a rattle under the car and I've just stuck my head under, and with our bash plates, the one bolt is almost out, the other one, so trying to get the tool roll out and tighten them up. Well, that was super lucky because one bolt in the rear of the bash plate is gone, and the other one was just hanging on. Now I reversed back 20 metres just onto a side track to get off the main track so I wasn't blocking, and that bolt had fallen out. Luckily, we found it on the track and was able to get that back in. These corrugations, they are shocking. Well, the track has changed dramatically now. It's gone from being corrugations to really soft, deep sand. So you'll come to a little sign that says steep point 30 something Ks, 39 Ks or whatever it says, and it'll tell you maximum tyre pressure 20 psi. I've dropped to 18. I'm just going to go low range now. This is getting really soft. But yeah, do yourself a favour, drop the tyre pressures because you are gonna need it. And now, as you see, folks, we're back to corrugations. This track really chops and changes. This, folks, would have to be one of the coolest tracks I have ever driven. We are literally, look at that, right there, on the edge of Australia, and almost at the most western point. So that is very, very cool. What do you reckon?
Very cool.
This is awesome. And the track down here is, it has moments where it is very, very corrugated, but overall it's not
too bad.
It is nowhere near the worst road that we have driven in Western Australia.
Yep.
And right now, it is one of the prettiest. And just out here on my right is Dirk Hartog Island, which is the most westerly point in Australia, but not the Australian mainland. And that is one that, not on the list for this time, but is certainly on the bucket list, because I think we need to come back to WA because we have driven past a lot of very, very cool spots.
Yeah.
But I'm going to shut up and I'm just going to let you enjoy this view because this is awesome. my God, folks, that is the most beautiful bloody thing I have ever seen. That water is so freaking blue. Almost there, folks. In 200 metres, we will be the most westerly people in Australia. Oh, there's the sign. There is the sign. Look at that. Look at that. We have done it. Made it to Steep Point. Yeah, baby. I gotta say, folks, beer, me, and Western Australia do not go too well together. Look at that! Got a fridge full of beer, and not the way that I like to have a fridge full of beer. So I think, what have we lost now? 3 or 4? 3. Lost 3 cans. Well, I was going to crack a beer at the most westerly point in Australia, and that is not the way that I intended to do it. But what time is it, dear? 10:40. Is that too early to crack a beer?
A little bit.
Is it? When you're at an iconic spot like this, something that's been on your bucket list for years, let us know in the comments whether you reckon 10:40 a.m. is too early to crack a beer. Because I, folks, don't think so. Did you bring it? Straight from the bottle. It wouldn't be the first. You know what, folks? You only live once. Cheers to all you adventurers ticking off your bucket list, one iconic spot at a time. You know what? At 10:40 a.m, beer still tastes bloody good. And when you're somewhere like this, it tastes even better. We did it! How cool is this joint? But it is blowing its nut off out there. So there was no point us trying to talk to you from outside the car, because I couldn't even hear Neen talking to me. It is blowing a gale, but mate, it is pretty cool. And little tiddlywinks. I'm friggin' happy. How good is it? Wednesday morning, having a beer at Steep Point. We would have loved to have thrown the drone up and flown them out over the cliffs, because they are spectacular. But man, you would have never got to see the footage, and we would have never seen that drone again. It would have ended up at the bar on Dirk Hartog, which is where I wouldn't mind being right now. What do you think? What's worth it?
Oh, definitely.
Hey, how long have we wanted to tick Steep Point off the bucket list?
And we didn't think we would.
Because it's so far away. I mean, this is about as far away and still being in Australia as you can get from home. Pretty cool. So, anyway, we're going to do a bit of a loop today, and we're going to drive. So we're not going back via the way that we come. We're going to take the long way home, and drive down along the cliffs through to Diggers. Dicko's Lookout and Thunder Bay. And the ranger tells us it's a cracking place to to spot whales. So although today there are that many white caps out on the water, I don't know when we'll see the bloody things if they come up. But anyway, so that's what we're going to do. I'm going to finish my bit, because you can't drink and drive. That wouldn't be responsible.
No, it would not.
No. And yeah, and then we'll show you what else we find. That wind is shaking the car. That is crazy. Not a bad way to spend a Wednesday, is it? Hey, what are you doing? You drink, darling?
Everywhere.
Drink it quicker. The little spot we just visited is called Nor 6. Once again, we're in the car talking to you because you're not going to hear a word we're saying outside. So Nor 6 was a prawn trawler. It had a crew of 4. Anzac Day 1963 at about 5:30 in the morning in darkness. It crashed into the cliff here, and 3 of the crew of 4 were drowned. The skipper, though, Jack Didden, who was 38 at the time, managed to grab onto the brine tank, or a big esky, that was got washed out off the back of the trawler. He floated on that thing for 14 days and managed to carve out of the lid a surf ski and a paddle. And when he got close enough to land, decided to launch it, and it was actually picked up by a fishing boat on the passage across to Dirk Hartog. So that's a pretty amazing story. 14 days floating out on an esky and not getting eaten. That's an achievement in itself, isn't it? Mm-hmm. And amazingly, he continued his seagoing career until he died at age 61 in, I think, 1986 of cancer. The sea couldn't get him, but the other big sea did. What a fantastic little track this one is. What do you reckon?
Yeah.
Hey, this is the most fun driving I've had in WA. All up through these coastal dunes, along these magnificent cliffs, and just a load of fun, and so much better than those bloody corrugations.
That is true.
Loving this one, loving it. Well, we are back now at False Entrance, and I think this is where we might wrap this one up. I hope you've enjoyed Shark Bay as much as we have, and
Fantastic.
yeah, I think I might be speaking for both of us when I say one of our favourite parts of WA.
Sure.
So we're going to wrap it up here. Next up though, we will be making our way towards Nullarbor. So if you like what we do, help us out by subscribing to the channel. It's absolutely free, costs you nothing. That's what free is. And it helps us out immensely. If you want to get notified when our next episode drops, hit that little bell icon, and the lovely people at YouTube will let you know. Until then, we'll catch you somewhere hopefully less windy on the next episode of We Went That Away Adventures. Cheers, guys. Next time on We Went That Away Adventures.